Do we have a deal, Mr. Reagan?
Herbivore or carnivore? The choice is always yours. Personally, I take my steak bloody. Welcome, Slayer Nation. It's George Molo, and I hope you're all doing great and that your canines are nice and sharp, because we're going to take a bite out of some pop culture crazy. Sean Penn this week strayed from the approved intersectional social justice bingo script when he shared with the UK's iNews, quote, "I'm in the club that believes men in the American culture have become wildly feminized. I don't think you have to be a brute or having insensitivity or disrespect towards women is anything to do with masculinity, or ever did. I don't think in order to be fair to women, we should become them." He TKO'd Hollywood's favorite hairy dead-enders, the fourth wave radical feminists. This is going to be a new series on the culture war. I'll be pointing out the landmines that have been placed between men and women and all around them in order to detonate their relationships. This whole blurring of the lines between the sexes, this year of androgyny, this time of gender bending has only served to drive men miserable and further away from women, and real women deeper into despair.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Sean Penn put aside his silly celebrity herbivore beliefs and let his inner carnivore out to slay with some words of wisdom, which he told the UK's Independent, quote, "There are a lot of, I think, cowardly genes that lead to people surrendering their genes and putting on a skirt."
I'm just a point of dress.
Definitely. Absolutely.
Never forget, courage is contagious as cowardice is cancerous. So, why do we have a crisis of feminized men? It's simple. The yin and yang is all out of whack. You have radical feminists teaching women to detest masculinity while cultivating it in themselves.
Have you ever been mistaken for a man?
No. Have you?
Oh, Vasquez. He just too bad.
They embrace all the male vices, yet none of the virtues. If you have a man who steps out and cheats on his girlfriend or wife, he's instantly branded a patriarchal pig, a misogynist. But in today's feminism, a woman who hooks up with someone from Twitter or Tinder out in the open is instantly heralded, lauded, and celebrated as an empowered queen of her time. Unbelievable. So Penn started sharing more of his experience, and he said, quote, "There are a lot of strong women in my life who do not take masculinity as a sign of oppression toward them." Sean may have just shared some of his truths, but that still doesn't tell us how we arrived to where we are today. Role models. We have teachers who are supposed to be role models, but they're preaching about intersectionality and the equality of outcome regardless of merit. They're also berating boys, telling them that you're bad from birth, so get into the back of the bus because you're a future abuser. We have to look out for the girls. What about dads? These fathers, are they leading by example to show their sons how to be cool under pressure, calm in the storm, that words don't hurt, and that pain, sadly, even though it's part of life, prepares one for battle?
I can fight.
I know. I know you can fight. But it's our wits that make us men.
And moms, are they just following the latest social trends and how to go along and get along?
Like Sophie wore a Captain America outfit to school today with muscles built in. If Miles one day wants to wear a dress to school, I'm going to empower him.
You're serious? You don't know. Everybody knows you never go full retard.
I'm going to empower him.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
But they have to teach their boys how to be both a good man and a strong man and how to balance the two. And then we have this new generation of celebrities like Jaden Smith and Harry Styles who've created a whole new breed of men wearing skirts. And they don't think about the consequences of where that leads. It creates this all about me world. Well, we got rid of competition in schools and replaced it with a participation trophy certificate, producing losers who were made to feel special. Instead of learning lessons about defeat and how to overcome obstacles, which would then lay down the muscle memory needed for them to learn how to work and fight to achieve their dreams. No, we didn't do that. We just gave them ribbons for showing up. And then again, you toss in the feminists like Lena Dunham or Comcast G4's, Indiana Frost Kieran back, and that whole debacle.
But I actually want to talk about something so much more important than Red Dead Online. Sexism in gaming.
Who said that? Who the fuck said that?
And they will berate and attack and shame men who sexualize women, while at the same time telling girls, hey, girl, take a picture and sell your nudes online. You're empowered, your body, your choice. Do whatever you want. You know what happens when they make everyone special? No one is.
Everyone's special, Dash. Which is another way of saying no one is.
So, of course, as you expected, Sean Penn's words irritated somebody in Hollywood, and we had Thandiwe Newton of the Westworld fame who entered stage left and started leading a mob of hashtag heroes on Twitter in order to shiv Sean in the spine. Let's take a look at some of her tweets. Sean Penn, dude, what are you saying? Like, for real, you're a gibbering fool. MF, we all know what that is. You used to be sexy, but now you're just tragic. Men for becoming feminized. And she goes down and further says, in front of your daughter, that poor little mite. Now, I don't know if mite's a UK slang, but I hope it is. Thank God her mom's so dope. Please stop ruining the brilliance of licorice pizza with this nonsense. That's Thandiwe Newton for you. She's just one of these vixens who virtue signals for cash and fame. Actually, she's the perfect example of what I like to call the independent princess syndrome. That's my replacement phrase for fourth wave radical feminists who want to erase the differences between men and women, and without realizing its outcome if they actually achieve their goals. It would sterilize all that is genuine and unique in each of us.
One of us.
Which one?
One of us.
We would end up with what we have today. All over the country and now creeping into China, we have men and women who have low self-esteem yet inflated egos. They've transformed themselves into individual slices of bad cheese that stays in the back of the fridge. And though they may high-five each other on the digital highways, they are still isolated and alone beta male sofa samurais, alleluiaing their soy Susie sisters on the other side of the screen. Pathetic. So where do we go from here? Our goal should always be to return and tip the scales back into balance, to push out all the chaos that's been injected into the culture. And on that front, I think we're really doing well. When you look at the horizon, what I see is all good. Think about it. Every month, someone who once held fringe beliefs has their eyes opened as they're attacked for what they truly esteem. We had J.K. Rowling, we had Evangeline Lilly, we had Letitia Wright, we had Gina Carano, even though she wasn't a radical on the fringes. She was just attacked for something which was actually common sense. My point is that every day, every week, every hour that passes, people have their eyes open, and that's always good news. But you know what the great news is? That you are always in control of you. And if you're ever feeling lost in the dark, all you have to do is adjust your eyes to see. That way, regardless of the time, you'll always be strong and aware, day or night.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
So, smash that like button, hit subscribe, share with your family, friends, and coworkers. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere on social media. It helps us grow even faster. And remember, never bow down, never bend the knee. Firmly defy and step up, stand tall, and get busy living your best life now. Always forward.